Hi, welcome to another edition of Voices of Voices. We're the Ohio guys here at Anime Midwest in Chicago, Illinois. We're joined today by the lovely Carrie Savage. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you. I'm doing well.
How's the con been so far?
Fun so far.
Awesome.
Exciting. Yeah.
We got a few questions for you today.
Okay.
First one, what's it like working in the industry today?
It's changed a bit. Let's see. I know Funimation. I don't get to work with them as often because I'm in New York right now. And I know what they're doing is very different because of all the simulcasts.
Right.
So I know it's very different with them. Also, the script writing for them has changed. Also, so it's not so much happening in New York right now, except for two really anime-wise. There's just two shows, but I've been dubbing a lot of French animation into English, and also doing script adapting for that. And those are mostly children's shows, though. And then also a lot of Korean stuff into English, which Robot Trains was one of those. And there's some really funny stuff, with that Korean stuff.
Very awesome.
Oh, and I'm auditioning for theater, lots of theater, and that's really, really tough because you audition and you audition and you audition. I've gone on like 100 auditions and really great responses, but no callbacks, so it's really tough.
Well, hopefully you hear something soon from one of those.
That would be great.
Some people say it's like picking their favorite child, but what is their favorite show or project that you've worked on before?
There's a few favorites. Tsubasa Chronicles was just fun, so that was a favorite. Haibane Renmei is one of my favorites because of what the character goes through, because she goes, just through so much, and there's so much internal stuff. And she grows, she really grows. Also, there's a lot of unintended symbolism as a Christian. But I don't mean the angels. I don't mean that. I mean stuff like forgiveness and stuff like that. And then, let's see, ROD, the TV series, because it's just a great show, and I was so excited to get to play that part. And Shinchan, because I got to cuss. With no consequences, because it was my job. And I feel like I'm missing something, but Trinity Blood was really fun because that character was so different too. I guess for now it would be those.
Very nice. An older show, Paranoid Agent. What was it like working on that?
Confusing. I didn't know what was going on. And I didn't know that I was supposed to be creepy, but somehow it turned out that way anyways. And then I was really surprised when I heard it back because I don't think they did any adjustment to my voice, but it sounds very metallic, which I think is really cool.
Another one from New York, Ladies vs. Butlers. What was it like working on that one?
It was fun. Brittany directed it, and she's young and sweet, and she did such a great job, and she's a lot of fun to work with, and I'm so glad that she's my friend now and I got to know her because of that show. And there was a lot of fan service, but I think in general the show is still very funny and very cute. And my character was prissy, so that was okay. Like, she wasn't purposely involved in the fan service, and I really liked playing spoiled, haughty, prissy. Yeah, that was fun. Because you can't do that in real life, because then it's mean. But in a show, it's all great.
Right. Another old one, Bamboo Blade. What was it like working on that?
I think Chris Kaysen directed that. But Bamboo Blade was, it was fun just because a lot of stuff came out funny accidentally.
Right.
With the character. So I think it was fun for that reason because there was kind of a lot of like long scenes that we had to go through with fighting and the lines, and some stuff just came out really cool.
Very nice. Now, we always ask this question on our first interviews with somebody. If there's any character of yours that you've played fictionally, who would that be that you'd like to be in real life? Or if there's multiple traits from characters that you'd like to mix and match?
Okay, so Mokena, because Mokena is mischievous. And then Asta from Trinity Blood because she kicks butt and she could, defend anyone or beat up anyone if she had to. And I don't know, that's all I'm thinking of right now.
Definitely some excellent choices, though. Another one that's older but still very popular to this day, Icky Towson. What was it like working on that?
Okay, so this was my first really heavy-duty fan service experience, and it was hard. It was very difficult at first because, when I did the audition, the most I saw was like the guy maybe grabbing her and guessing her bra size.
Right.
And some underwear shots, which I had gotten used to the fact that these were part of fan service. It was an anime thing. But later when I saw the sex scenes between the girls and the fight scenes, that was what was extremely difficult for me. Not even so much the boobie shots and the panty shots. Really, I knew that was in there.
Right.
It was those sex scenes that made it difficult for me. And it wasn't in them, but I thought I was working on a porn. So then I had a long talk with Jonathan, who kind of like straightened me out. And he's like, no, this is called ecchi, and this is just what, what's in it. But it is, I'm very fond of my character, and I love what they did with the show by making it funny. I love that. And then the fans made me feel better about it because it premiered at Anime Expo. And while I'm picturing that, I'm thinking I'm making a porn cartoon and I'm a Christian girl and that's really bad. Instead, the fans showed me it is all about the funny.
Right.
So I'm really thankful to the fans for helping me feel better about the show. And I love my character, like I said. I think I love Ditzy. And she's ditzy, but strong but ditzy. She's great.
Very nice. Shinchan, what was it like working on that?
One of the most amounts of fun because I got to cuss, and I think I said that already, but I was part of my job to cuss, and I really liked that part about the show. And she also says some really bad things. I don't mean the things about Daddy. That's too bad. I mean, just when she's kind of mean to the other.
Right.
And then it seems like the director and everybody had fun because I didn't know what I was saying half the time. So that, and then when we went to record the very last volume, I was, had some tax things I was going through. And so it was quite a relief emotionally to get to do the cussing again at that point.
Definitely a wacky show.
Yes.
Moving away from anime, moving towards a little bit of video games, Dynasty Warriors. What was it like working on those?
I loved all of it. I think I liked Shawn though because she was different and so graceful and everything and had a deeper voice. The people that I worked with on that show were really great people though and really fun to work with, and it's and the show is really beautiful, and it's really nice how we got to come back and do more.
Right.
I'm a working actor, so that was nice too.
It's always nice to have something that you can come back to like this. That's so popular. They're still making them all the time.
One thing I didn't understand though was how Shawn could be in a battle with fans, and that never made sense to me. I've never watched the game, so it's how does she kill people? There was a lot of characters that I was I don't get it, but
somehow they made it work.
Somehow, yeah.
And you'd mentioned it previously, but robot trains. What was it like working on that?
It was easy. It was an easy, fun show. It was kind of a relief to go in because it was just so easy, and they liked what I was doing, and what was I going to say? The company that I did it with, they're just the sweetest people, and so they make working on that show a delight. And I also was really excited that it was a kids show and it was very clean, but there were some really nice storylines in it. I was pretty proud of that show, because it's good and it's for kids. So
Right.
yeah,
Definitely awesome to work on something like that.
yeah.
And lastly, is there any social media that fans can contact you on?
Yes, I have. Now I'm bad at social media, so you guys must know I like will go months without looking at it, and I apologize. I'm just busy living life and not always, sitting in front of a computer, except for when I'm on the subway. But I do have a fan page, Carrie Savage, and if you write, and as long as I see what you wrote, I will respond. Because the other bad thing about Facebook is messages get lost, and then I don't see them until 5 years have gone by, and it's just so bad. And then I have a regular page, Carrie Ann. It's just under Carrie Ann. I kind of tried to keep that for the people I know in the industry, because they contact me on that page for auditions, and I don't want things to get lost. But if you write a message, I will respond to your message. Again, if it doesn't get lost in the fan page, in the Facebook Wild Blue yonder. And then you'll get a message from me 7 years later that will say, I'm sorry, I didn't see your message 7 years ago. And then I am on Twitter. And I wish it was on the rest of it, but I'm sorry. It just takes so much time. I'm sorry.
There's only so many hours in a day.
I'm a bad voice. I'm sorry. I'm a bad voice actor. I'm sorry.
Not at all.
I mean, I'm bad on social media. I apologize. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying.
And do you have anything else coming out soon that you'd like to talk about, or is it all?
I do, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. And there's something I just finished that was really good, and I'm really excited. And I hope everybody gets to see it when it comes up. It is a Korean dub thing, but it's just a really good show. And then there's something for kids I've been working on. It's called Millie Asks Questions, I think. And that's a really nice show for kids. I'm excited. I mean, we kind of finished everything we were doing with it, but up to this point. But what makes me excited about that show is they deal with some really difficult social issues and really real issues. And so it's a really nice vehicle to teach kids about. It's not about a writing show or accounting show. It's a show about social things and government things and stuff like that. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Definitely check that out. Well, it's great having you, Carrie.
Thank you. It was great talking to you guys.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.